Multiple storms have caused significant damage in Northeast Ohio. More than a dozen state lawmakers have called upon the governor to declare a state of emergency. But the governor says there doesn't seem to be any need for his assistance. 19 investigator Mike Mason getting to the bottom of this one.
Yeah, Brian, 14 lawmakers sent this request to the governor yesterday, pleading for his help getting that federal assistance. But according to the governor, every local agency has reported they're doing just fine addressing the situation themselves. Today, Governor DeWine issued a proclamation stating he's ready to help any community in Ohio that needs critical services due to Tuesday's storms. But a governor's spokesman told me that so far they've only received one request from Cuyahoga County to help fill oxygen tanks. He said no other agencies have requested state assistance. As for restoring the power, he tells me First Energy has been recruiting workers from other states to handle that. He also says, quote, "We are in constant contact with all local emergency management agencies, and they all say they're okay. We are ready to help. We're begging the local emergency management agencies to please let us know if they need anything, but they tell us they're okay. If viewers know of something that needs to be done, then they can ask our office." The spokesman also says the governor is ready and willing to send in help as soon as it's requested. Then, if the state can't handle the problem, they'll contact FEMA, but only as a last resort. Mike Mason, 19 News.